The biker slammed the bar door open with a crash, the kind of noise that made every glass rattle. Heads turned instantly. He was huge, leather vest stretched over tattoos, beard thick, eyes burning with arrogance. He swaggered through the smoky room, boots heavy on the wooden floor. He didn't care that the jukebox stopped mid-song or that every conversation fell silent. He wanted attention, and he knew exactly how to get it. At the corner of the room, a young waitress carried a tray, smiling softly as she moved between tables. She wasn't the flashy type. Her clothes were simple, her hair tied back in a neat ponytail, and her voice was gentle whenever she asked customers if they needed a refill. Her name was Emily. For months, she'd worked double shifts to pay for her little brother's medical bills, never complaining, never drawing attention to herself. She was the kind of girl people overlooked, but everyone who had ever received her kindness remembered it. The biker's eyes locked on her. A cruel grin stretched across his face. He didn't want a drink. He wanted to show the bar who was in control. He stomped toward her, and before anyone could react, he grabbed her tray, slammed it down on a table, and with one swift tug ripped her shirt right across the front. The bar gasped in shock. Emily froze, her face turning red with humiliation, hands trembling as she tried to cover herself. But the biker didn't laugh like some expected. His smile vanished. His cocky eyes widened in disbelief. The room, already tense, went dead silent. Because under her ripped shirt, instead of weakness, instead of shame, there were deep scars. Long, brutal, unmistakable scars that crossed her ribs and shoulder, marks of a pain no one should ever have endured. He stepped back as if burned. The bar stared, not in judgment of Emily, but in stunned recognition. It was as though the scars told her story louder than words ever could. Survival, strength, a battle nobody else had seen. For the first time since he walked in, the biker had nothing to say. His arrogance collapsed. A couple of old men at the bar whispered, one murmuring, "That's the fire survivor. She pulled her brother out of the flames with her bare hands." The biker's throat tightened. He looked around, waiting for someone to laugh with him, to mock her, but instead every pair of eyes turned cold toward him. The regulars, the tough loggers, the old veterans, the weary truckers, sat straighter, fists clenched. They weren't about to let this go. Emily, still trembling, didn't cry. She didn't scream. She simply stood taller, scars bare under the neon light, her eyes locked on the man who tried to humiliate her. Her voice was steady when she spoke. "These marks, they mean I survived something you'd never have the courage to face. So go ahead, mock me if you dare. But know this, I've already beaten worse than you." The biker flinched as if her words had landed harder than any punch. Someone near the jukebox muttered, "Get out." Another voice followed, "You don't belong here." Then the whole bar joined, one voice after another, stronger each time. "Get out. Get out!" The biker, suddenly small despite his size, turned and pushed through the door. The same boots that had stomped so proudly now stumbled clumsily out into the night. The silence that followed wasn't heavy anymore. It was reverent. Emily adjusted her torn shirt, cheeks flushed but chin lifted. A woman offered her a jacket, draping it gently around her shoulders. The bar erupted in applause, not the mocking laughter the biker had wanted, but thunderous respect for the young woman who had endured more than they ever knew. That night, Emily didn't just walk away with dignity, she walked away with power. Her scars were no longer hidden, they were her armor. She realized the world could see them, and instead of pity, she earned admiration. And for everyone watching, whether in that bar or hearing this story now, the message is clear. The marks of your past don't define your weakness. They define your strength. What you've survived, what you've endured. That's what makes you powerful. So if you're listening to this, let Emily's story remind you that no matter what scars you carry, visible or invisible, they're proof you're still here, proof you're stronger than whatever tried to break you. And if this story touched you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it. Because somewhere out there, someone needs to hear this tonight.